Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa Keslar, and I am so excited to be here again with you all today on behalf of Cheers for Charity New Hampshire with my dear friend JoAnn Burchuk. Hey, JoAnn.
Lisa. Yes, hi, I'm JoAnn Burchuk. I'm with Lighthouse Physical Therapy and excited for another episode of our Cheers for Charity featuring another charity, which I'm very excited to introduce Lindsey and her friend Braden. Lindsey is from the Austin 17 House. And please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you guys do there.
Okay, so I am Lindsey, and I am the executive director here at the Austin 17 House, and this is Braden.
Hi.
What do you do here?
Oh, I am a volunteer who does the podcast every week, live podcast, and sometimes I do music, and I just kind of float around the different rooms.
Braden used to be a youth that attended here at the Austin 17 House and then has since graduated high school, so is now joining us as a volunteer. So he helps kind of on the ground with the youth and the mentors here. And then as the executive director here, I just kind of keep the place going in these simplest terms.
So tell us a little bit more about like who comes to your programs, what your programs entail, what a little bit.
Okay, so we're a youth and family community center, and we run 4 days a week, Tuesday through Friday. We offer different workshops and programs in life skills, creative arts, and wellness and recreation activities. So Tuesdays, we offer a variety of different wellness and rec activities. We have exercise classes, yoga classes, cooking classes. We offer Zumba, and then also some guided like basketball help and other rec activities. And then on Wednesdays and Fridays, we offer creative arts. So we have a bunch of different programs running. We have an art workshop, music, theater, media. That's when Braden runs his podcast. So sometimes youth will be in there joining him, talking about different topics.
So sometimes kids like to sit in there and not be lonely.
And just hang out.
Yeah.
We have cooking that happens. We recently just added a sewing class. And then we also offer a shop class, which is blacksmithing and woodworking. So that's kind of like our life skills classes that we have. And then we also have the gym open. So if kids want to play like table games or just like shoot basketball or play different games in the gym, they can do that as well. And then Thursdays, we have a program called Fight Club 17 that runs, and that's in collaboration with Chucky's Fight. And so we offer resources to youth that are impacted by substance use or addiction, either personally or have somebody in their family that is currently struggling. So it's kind of like a support group, but also gives youth kind of resources that they may need. And then once a month on Sundays, we have a community cookout. And so we just kind of invite everybody to come and hang out, get to know us and what we do. What else? Is there anything else that we?
Not that I can think of.
Do? We did just start, sorry, I forgot. We just started a creative writing class. So that's going to be really cool to see kind of where that goes. So
that's all amazing. Like, I want to come play with you guys. So no, are you located in Brentwood? Is that what I remember?
Yeah, so we're located in Brentwood. A lot of people ask us like, oh, do you have to be from Brentwood or do you have to go to like the Exeter district or be part of the Exeter district? You don't. We're just an open community center. So we have youth from all over, all different districts, as far as like Dover and Rochester, and then even down into like Methuen, Mass and Amesbury. So our catchment area is very large.
There's one kid that comes from Boston as well.
Now we had a kid come from Beverly, Mass. It's I can't really give you like, yeah, this is the group that comes. They're from all
over the place. And what's generally the age of people that are coming to your programs?
They are usually 11 to 18. That's like our target audience. And so, I mean, we don't turn anybody away that's like, 10 or, they just turned 18 and they're still in high school. We're rather flexible, but our programs generally focus on that age group.
Well, it sounds like you have a huge facility there too, to be able to offer that wide variety of things that you guys have there.
This building is massive. It's a lot bigger than it looks from the road.
Mhm. Yeah, we're right on like 125, so it's highly people drive by all the time. It was an old school, so we started in the gymnasium and just was like a safe place, come hang out, shoot, some basketball. But then we were like, oh my goodness, we need way more programs. There's way more youth that just need other support than just having a safe place. So there was a school out back that was vacant. And so we ended up kind of taking that over. So we have 13 different classrooms along with the gym, and we have a kitchen. So we use kind of that whole space and lease it out from the church who owns the building.
Oh, that is.
And how long have you been doing this?
5.5 years.
Yeah, we're going on 6 years.
That's amazing to do all that in 6 years.
It's been fun. I mean, we're very, very blessed. We've primarily ran on volunteerism. I didn't come on full time until August or September of last year. So we were mainly run by like stipends or volunteer time. So for the first, 4.5 years, it was a lot of just people being very passionate and kind of helping things develop until we kind of could figure out really our structure and get some funding in to do those things. So
And
Now, are you still finding like a lot of your classes, are they taught by volunteers, or do you have some staff now that are teaching all of those classes, or is
we have different volunteer or staff tiers, I guess. And so we do offer stipend positions for mentors who have 3 to 5 years of experience and are bringing in some knowledge to really kind of run a classroom and kind of teach a workshop. So those are stipend, like I said, those are stipends, but not all of our mentors receive stipends. There's, I would say maybe 4 or 5 out of, I think I have 30 volunteers, 30 or 40 volunteers. So there's a very small handful that receive stipends for their time here.
and how do you pay for all this? Are you fundraising? Is it grants? Is it?
Whole bunch of fundraisers.
All sorts of different ways. We have an events team, so they're very, very dedicated to really like a lot of our success and are the reason for a lot of our success. They do a ton of different events to kind of bring more awareness about what we do. We get a lot of just general donations, checks in the mail, people just supporting what we do. And then since I've come on, we've really been working a lot more on grants. We did have a few grants that helped us get going in the beginning and sustain some of those stipends, but larger grants have been really helpful, obviously, when you're like really trying to build infrastructure. So we're starting to kind of dive into that whole money tree, I guess you could say.
yeah.
There's a lot to it.
So Braden, what's your favorite thing about Austin 17 House?
This place is like a family, and I call this place my second home because I'm here almost every day, and some of those days I'm here just about all day. The people here since 2019 have been absolutely fantastic. Like to the point that I call them my second family.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Like every kid needs an extra family, right? Like
Absolutely, more than one, right? How many kids are you typically seeing there on a weekly basis or daily?
Wednesday night, there's on average around like 25 or so.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say 25 or 30. And then throughout the week, it's kind of sporadic. We have, some nights where there might be a handful of kids, like 5. And then other, Wednesdays and Fridays are definitely our like busier nights where we may have like 20 or 30 kids. But we just had an open house last week and we had over 100 people come out. So we're expecting those numbers to kind of increase because we've been having, 1 to 2 new kids a week. So as school is, back in session and people are looking for after school activities and things like that, we're seeing kind of numbers increase.
What are you finding are your biggest needs right now?
Money here.
Yeah, I would say funds definitely. Like I said, we're expanding really fast, and we've been primarily volunteer run. But in the last year, we've gone from being open 6 hours a week to almost 20 hours a week, and so that takes manpower. And we have the team in place, we have the volunteers and like the capacity to do so. We just kind of need the funds to kind of build that infrastructure, and really support the people who have been with us for, some of them have been with us for 4+ years and have volunteered their time, and would continue to give, in greater capacity. So we're really trying to sustain what we have and grow. And so fundraisers and different funding opportunities, we're always looking for. I think that's number one right now. And then number two, we have a really good volunteer base, but we are looking for more mentors to come in and kind of choose something that we offer here, that they may be passionate in teaching about. Right now we have about, 1 or 2 mentors per program. So to have, another person here to learn about what we do and be a backup, or just, an assistant in a room, is always nice. We like to expand our family. So I'd say those are probably our 2 greatest needs right now.
And to get this building fixed up.
Yeah. Yep. Lots of projects.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are there events or anything going on that people should know about, that upcoming things you're excited about?
I think early next month or later this month, somewhere around there, there's a comedy show coming up.
I believe it's November. I don't want to say the wrong date, so I'm just going to tell you 4th. It's a Friday night. We have an annual comedy show, so that is coming up. And then we also have our annual craft fair, which is happening December 3rd, which is a Saturday. So those are 2 events that are coming up.
Possible showcase next month.
Yes, we always we do a biannual showcase. And so everything that the kids kind of practice or learn or do on Wednesday and Friday nights for creative arts, we do a night where we showcase that. So we have like live music performances and theater performances. We have art that is showcased. The shop class will show some things that they did in their blacksmithing workshops and whatnot. And it's just a night to kind of brag on what the kids have been doing. We've had a lot of expansion and growth, so we don't have a date set on that, but it will most likely be in November or December.
Can kids just show up, or do they need to schedule a time for the classes, or how does that work?
So we just started online signups. It's not a requirement, though we would really love if people signed up online so we kind of know who's coming in beforehand and we can move people around to make sure that our classrooms are, ready for whoever's coming, especially as we're getting busier. We do have some, programs that are drop-in. We're not, like I said, we're not going to turn anybody away if they come in and they're like, oh, I didn't sign up. But to guarantee that there's a spot in the classroom, I highly recommend to sign up online.
What is the best way, if anybody has any questions about anything or would like to volunteer, what's the best way that they would contact you or get information?
If they want, they can email us by going on our website. It'll usually go directly to myself or one of my assistants. And then coming on one of the nights that we're open is probably one of the best ways to kind of really see what we do here and get to know what we do. Wednesdays or Friday nights from 6 to 6:30. Just as kids are coming in, you can kind of see it live in action, get to see all the rooms, meet other kids, other parents, adults, things like that, our mentors, and really get to know what we do. Any other ways you're gonna go?
Just coming in for a couple weeks and just seeing what really goes on here. Because you can tell people what goes on here, but it's not the same. You have to see it in person.
That's fantastic. Well, this has been amazing. We are so grateful that we can add you to the Cheers for Charity family. We love what you do. You have a fantastic reputation out there. I know families who have brought their children to and used participated in your programs, and can't speak highly enough about you guys. So
Oh, that's awesome.
thank you for everything you do for the community. Makes a big difference.
Thank you. Absolutely. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Great.
I can confirm that over 3 years.
That's awesome. Well, nice to meet you both.
You as well.